Hi everyone, so this is the second part 2 of my new arrivals for this Friday, and we'll take a look now at another necklace. This necklace dates from the mid to late 1800s, and it's a Austro-Hungarian piece, an example of Austro-Hungarian jewellery, and it's in the style that we term as Renaissance Revival or Holbein-esque, which means that it's inspired by the jewels of the Renaissance period and also inspired by the jewels that we see in the famous paintings by Holbein of the likes of King Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn, etc. It's a piece which is constructed from silver, silver gilt, and it's detailed with enamels and also garnets and baroque pearls as well. I've chosen this piece to link with the Wuthering Heights theme because of the rich garnets which we find in Charlotte Bronte's bracelet, and a lot of ruby and garnet tones we find in the jewellery worn by Margot Robbie on the red carpet too. It fastens with a pretty box clasp, and then all of these beads here are also made from enamelled silver too. On the reverse as well, no detail is unforgotten. You can see that there is enamel work on the reverse of the central pendant and the two circular pendants too. I'll just hold them up so you can get a closer look, and you can see how those garnets shimmer, and they're really deep in colour. I'll unclasp it. It is stamped on the clasp with a silver mark, and it's also stamped with a maker's mark. However, it looks like a I or a J. There were a lot of Austrian silver makers with those initials operating in the mid to late 1800s, so it's not been possible just yet to determine the maker. You can see that it really is, it's very Renaissance looking, but also a very Victorian looking in its use of this swag-like design and its use of the garnets too. It's a really romantic piece, and I think works really well with a V-neck line too. The garnets are in fabulous condition as well, and so is the enamel for a piece of this age too. Next, let's move on to another Victorian piece. This time we're going from Austro-Hungary to Scotland. This is a Scottish silver brooch, and it's set with, it's what we know as a specimen brooch because it includes a variety of different forms of agate found in and around the Scottish Highlands. You can see that the colours are, we've got blood reds here and the smoky greys. I think this is Melrose agate, and some real sort of beiges and browns picked out together too. You can also see on the reverse that we've got the tube hinge, which is a real indicator of age in a brooch. All the brooches, if Charlotte, Emily or Anne Bronte wore brooches, they would have all had tube hinges, and then you can see that it's also got this bail on the reverse, which means that it can be worn as a pendant too, which is a nice feature that it's adaptable as well. So next, let's move on to a bracelet. We're coming forward in time from the Victorian era now to the 1990s, circa 1993 to be exact. And you might be wondering why I'm including a piece from 1993 in a drop that's inspired by Wuthering Heights, and that's because this piece was made by Elizabeth Taylor, designed by Elizabeth Taylor for Avon. And Elizabeth Taylor for Avon Jewellery is really known amongst costume jewellery collectors as really great quality, and it's very sought after because the designs are so often inspired by the real jewels of Elizabeth Taylor herself. She was a great jewellery lover, as I'm sure you all know, but not just fine jewellery, costume jewellery as well. She wore pieces by Kenneth J. Lane and Sinner, and she she was asked by Avon to create a collection of costume jewels with them. And one of the pieces she produced was this bracelet, this bangle, which is detailed with roses, and also hearts, crystal hearts here, and it's studded with them. And I really feel that these crystal hearts are inspired by her Taj Mahal necklace. And her Taj Mahal necklace was given to her on her 40th birthday, in I think the 1970s, and it was the Taj Mahal diamond, and it was set within a Cartier necklace, and it was featured the writing "Love is everlasting" inscribed on the diamond, and also Nur Jahan, who was the first woman to be gifted the Taj Mahal diamond. There's a great deal of history behind the Taj Mahal diamond, which I haven't really got time to go into here, but the reason I'm talking about it is because Margot Robbie wore the Taj Mahal diamond on the red carpet in the American premiere of Wuthering Heights. Andrew Mukamel styled her in this necklace with a Schiaparelli gown. Now, one of the reasons they used the diamond is because of its symbolism of love, but also the fact that it was gifted from Richard Burton to Elizabeth Taylor, who were well known for their very stormy up and down romance, as can be said, I suppose, of Cathy and Heathcliff in Wuthering Heights too. So there's symbolism there as well. So I've chosen to include this Elizabeth Taylor bangle as a nod to that in this Wuthering Heights inspired drop, because of the crystal hearts. They really emulate that diamond that we see in the Taj Mahal diamond with its heart shape and setting. As you can see, it's quite a wide fit, so it's really chunky. It could be worn further up the arm if you wish, or over a blazer, perhaps the sleeve of a blazer, and it is fully signed inside too. Next, one more necklace, and then we'll move on to a pair of earrings. So I'll just take this off so I can show you this necklace, which is a delightful heart motif again. This time it's a pendant, and again this piece dates from the Edwardian era. It's what we term a puffy heart, because it's a little bit 3D. It's made from brass, and it's studded with colourless paste stones. These were really popular as charms in the Edwardian era, and were very often placed, as I have inherited it, on a velvet band, so it can be worn as a choker. So I'll just unclasp it. This particular choker just has some Velcro to secure it, but there you can see how it looks worn there in the nape of my neck, and very romantic, I'm sure you'll agree. And I'm sure you've seen that heart motifs are really finding a resurgence thanks to the Wuthering Heights Taj Mahal necklace, worn by Margot Robbie as well. Finally, our last piece, speaking of heart motifs, are these fabulous Christian Dior earrings. Again, much later than the Victorian jewellery I showed you earlier, but nonetheless interesting and statement and impactful. These are faceted crystal hearts set in gold-plated metal and stamped on the reverse with Christian Dior Germany. So they were made by Henkel & Grosset for Christian Dior in the 1980s. I'll just pop them on. I'm sure you'll agree they work pretty well with the choker. And then I'll just put my hair up so you can get a closer look at how they look. Really statement, really sparkly, just perfect to finish with. Very romantic, I'm sure you'll agree too. Okay, that's my selection for this week. I hope you've enjoyed this themed drop for a little change. Let's recap. We have these 1980s Christian Dior heart earrings, this circa 1900 Edwardian puffy heart pendant, this Elizabeth Taylor for Avon bangle from circa 1993. We've got this Scottish silver agate specimen brooch, this Austro-Hungarian Renaissance Revival late 1800s necklace, this Edwardian silver and paste necklace, this fabulous and rare hairwork bracelet from the Victorian era, this Whitby Jet pendant, and cherub earrings also from the Victorian era, this Victorian snake belt buckle, silver and paste, and this 1884 Arthur Cash brooch, sentimental silver brooch. That's my selection this week. Thanks so much for joining me again, and I'll look forward to seeing you all next Friday. I hope you've enjoyed it and see you all again soon. Please do get in touch if anything's of interest. They will all be being added to the website from next week. Take care. Bye bye.